Yes, it's a great afternoon that I would like to connect with all of you. So, you have seen, the great demo to do, and I believe there's a few more questions to answer. I will take it later. So, while I'm preparing this slide and preparing content, I come across this post from Private Thinker, CEO and founder of Odoo, who is following in LinkedIn. Okay. I think it's good to start now because you're going to get a lot of insights about Odoo from him. It's very insightful about his post. So one of the message that he tried to give is that you are building the digital business on top of the ERP platform, which is Odoo is one of the options. So we need to be well know what is the knowledge behind that rather than leave it everything to the partner. So I'm a partner myself, but I advise you, this is one of the factor that you should choose the right partner to work with, and the partner should be very transparent with you everything about Odoo. So I hope my presentation today will share with you the in-depth knowledge of that. So again, myself is Adrew, and I have been doing Odoo for the past 10 years. Since I think the journey has been very long. We have changed our business model a lot since the first time I started as a Odoo partner, and Odoo also changed themselves a lot. So we start at a development house, and we used to do a lot of heavy customized projects. And since 2019, we changed 100% our model into consulting model. We emphasize a lot on less customization and more on how to use the system as it is. The main reason why is two reasons. Firstly, Odoo have been evolving, so the gap between the customer needs and the system is getting more and more shorter, which we can switch to a new model. And second thing, we find the first model is not a win-win model. Actually, it's win-win-win model between Odoo partner and the customer, because it's very a heavy technical debt from everyone's side. So that's one of the main reasons we changed the model, and we have been fortunately we have been profitable from that. This one of a very special story. So we present ourselves as a very partner-driven organization. In addition to the customer-centric, we always want to find a win-win-win situation from all sides. So Odoo is our strongest partner in Malaysia and in Vietnam. In addition to what Odoo is offering, we always find a way to work with a local software provider like hard team sharing. Malaysia has a huge network of software providers. So we want to take advice of the breed. Instead of trying to re-customize everything in Odoo to fit the gap, we prefer to work with a local partner to fill up the gap. So that is our strategy. So this is the four industry that we focus right now. Manufacturing, of course, is one of the areas that we have a lot of clients, but to be honest, manufacturing is the most difficult industry to be tackled because it's very diverse and the niche is always very special. However, we are slowly catch up again. Retail and commerce is one of the areas that we have been doing from the start with Odoo modules like POS and inventory. It becomes a very unique value proposition for us. Service is the special industry because usually servicing is the B2B service, which is the supporting the manufacturing company or supporting construction. So those are supporting general business. So service is also an area that Odoo seems to be a very strong niche, because Odoo is by themselves is also the software service company. And education is the latest segmentation that we find. There's a huge need of that. And we have been extending our customer base from there. Okay, so regarding about the digital business, I believe what I'm trying to share with you here today is that Odoo is one of the youngest ERP in the market, and by the youngest, they become the most modern ERP. And why I'm saying so, because there's going to be a new generation of business that leverage on the technology to build their business. So the new generation of business find Odoo very attractive, and that's where we can see that for us, for our client, they are SME, they are traditional, they have been operating the market for 30, 40 years. The changes require effort, and Odoo is one of the steps that you can leverage on. Why I'm saying so? We always ask the question, why you are adopting Odoo now, why you are coming to Cloud ERP now. So one of the factors over here is the question that you might ask. Firstly, are you planning to generate an extra revenue outside of what you have right now by going to digital? Are you planning to reduce the cost to serve to your clients by automating certain things rather than rely a lot on a human? You can automate a certain task that the customer can do by themselves. That is the way to reduce the cost. Or are you empower the employee enough to work by themselves rather than hand-holding them all the time? And of course, Odoo will come in to help you to break all the silos by using the different technologies. So this is a few questions that if you need that, you ask yourself that. I think now is the start to explore Odoo and explore our consulting section for us to share with you more. However, so this is stated by Gartner. If you are B2B organization and you are willing to adopting digital commerce, increase in your revenue and reducing the cost, and that is happening now by 2025. However, one of the factors that stop you from going so is maybe that your existing ERP might not supporting what you are planning to do. Why I'm saying so? We are in the era of not human to system talking anymore. We are in the era of system to system. So if you notice the e-invoicing initiative by the government is to encourage and push your ERP to talk with other ERP to get the data across them by a middleware or by direct to government whatsoever. However, if your ERP is still in legacy and or you don't have ERP at all, it's going to stop you from doing that. And this is a push from the government, from your competitor, from your vendor, from your customer. And if you notice, most of the digital business, they focus only in the top, which to build their website, to build their e-commerce, to build their connect to marketplace, how to serve the customer better in the outside. However, in order for all the system from outside work, you need to have all the system inside to be structured in the right way. And end up ERP become a hurt of all your systems. I don't say that you can do everything on Odoo, but Odoo will be the single source of truth that you can rely on and get all the other systems to serve you and push the final data to Odoo. So this is one of the structure that we can slowly grow with you, and we can slowly work along with you to build this in your digital journey. And one of the things is, of course, what I mean is bring your business on cloud. I don't mean that you go to public cloud, but the cloud here is meaning that your on-premise or whatsoever environment that you are using in your ERP deployment, they need to be facing outside. They need to be able to talk with different systems. It's not like putting the server in the room and then behind the firewall and those things. So this is legacy already. And in order to do so, there's a few concepts that if you are already is good, but if you're not, there's a few concepts that you might need to get familiar with. Infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service. So most of people, when we think about cloud, they only think about this. You're right, a lot of software nowadays is provide software as a service, meaning that the vendor will take care of all the responsible, and you only have the data. You don't have anything. So today, if you decide to stop using the software, you can take the data out. But how you take the data out is another story, right? And whether the data can be usable is another story, but they will rest assured, okay, your data is yours, I don't care. But whether they do anything with data is another story. So this is the SaaS model. The platform as service model is they give the application to you, which means that you can do whatever customization you need in the application, the software, everything, and you take care of everything over here. So this is Odoo.xs, and this is Odoo SaaS. This is infrastructure as a service, which means that you leave the compute, the network, and the storage to the external vendor. For example, AWS, Google Cloud, Alibaba Cloud, Puteri Cloud, SFI Cloud, whatsoever. So you are leveraged on other people's cloud and build on top of that, which is fine. And this is for IaaS. And if you buy a server, you host everything yourself in your own data server room, you respond to everything. So I don't recommend you to go to any of these four. It really depends on which stage you are in and what the needs. So, but before you choose, you need to know exactly what you are choosing, right? And the beauty of Odoo is that they give you all the options. whatever you want is fine. Because why? Odoo is the only ERP cloud in the world that is open source, which means that you can take everything and do it yourself. However, great power comes with great responsibility. Meaning that you need to know exactly what you're doing. So if you don't know, better go for SaaS or SS. So that's one example. And one of another thing that you might not know, Odoo is open. The free version that Odoo gives, community version is the core, is the heart of Odoo. It's one of the, I can say it's one of the only software out there that they do that, which means that it's open, it's transparent. So so the only thing that I find very, very nice that if you are not good, you don't dare open it. When you are good, you just open it. So, however, if you are getting the community version, it's like getting a house without any furniture, just a structure. So enterprise version is like they build all the facility outside of that. And it's not only that. The part I want to mention is the support from Odoo. It's the Odoo SS, its ability to upgrade to a new version easily. So I hear a lot of questions just now. You are stuck with 13, 14. Why? Why you are paying Odoo license every year and you stuck for old version? I don't encourage you to update the version every year. It's going to be very costly. It's going to be a lot of change approach to the organization. But every 2 years is the best frequency for you to upgrade to new version. And if you choose the partner, you should also be aware of whether they can help you upgrade to new version or not. And that's why I mentioned to the early stage of my talk is that we change 100% from development model into the consulting model. Because why? We have clients when we are in early time, they're still stuck in Odoo 8, Odoo 7. I mean Open ERP 7, Odoo 8, Odoo 9. And the cost of getting them to a new version is huge. It's equivalent to build a new one. Of course, we don't blame anything. It's a reason that it's informed reason that make all the quality. But I don't want this to happen to my new guys in this fast-moving, pace-changing world. So I really encourage you to consider the enterprise version with the SS approach, because this is the easiest and the lowest cost to get you to upgrade to the version if your business is not so special. Okay? Yeah.